Well, I think it's important to have regulations, and currently what we have is the Wild Wild West with no regulations.
A debate in the Florida Capitol heating up over bills to regulate fracking in our state by oil and gas companies. The bills are sponsored by lawmakers from Southwest Florida, Senator Garrett Richter of Naples and Representative Ray Rodriguez of Estero. 4 in Your Corner's Carl Fortier breaking down what these bills mean and why environmentalists are against them.
Well, the central argument about fracking concerns the chemicals used in the controversial process. Republicans in the state house say fracking is already legal here in Florida and they just want to regulate it. But local environmentalists say the bills are far from encouraging.
They're just full of false assurances and they're not protecting us.
Environmentalist Karen Dwyer protested last year after Texas-based oil company Dan A. Hughes revealed it had used an unconventional drilling practice at the Collier-Hogan well near Immokalee. With bills now being debated in the state capitol, Dwyer says they should be more expansive.
Their definition of what should be regulated isn't broad enough. They literally need to amend these bills to include all well stimulation techniques.
But Representative Ray Rodriguez of Estero, who sponsored the bill in the House, says the experience with the Hughes company showed that existing statutes weren't adequate for emerging drilling technologies. He wants to see a published registry for all chemicals that are put into the ground.
So the bill that I filed would give us the public registry that I was seeking. It would require a study on the effects of fracking on Florida's geology and hydrology and how to dispose of the fluid when it's done.
He'd also like the Florida Department of Environmental Protection to have the authority to grant oil companies conditional drilling permits, have those companies get more bonding before they're allowed to frack, and put higher penalties on violators. Dwyer says the bills don't do enough.
They're worse than nothing because they even go a step further and say that our local counties cannot enact local bans or buffer zones.
Rodriguez says the new regulations would allow for scientific studies on the effects of fracking in Florida and that those results are needed before any decisions can be made on whether or not to ban fracking outright.
I think it's important for us to get to all the facts and then make a decision based on the science, not emotion.
The State House is adjourned for the day, but the Senate may take up the fracking bills again tomorrow. We'll let you know what happens. Carl Fortier, Fox 4 in your corner.
All right, thank you very much, Carl. We want to know, what do you think about fracking here in Florida? Should it be allowed but regulated? Should it be banned completely? Give us your thoughts when you call us at 206-FOX-4 or email us news@fox4now.com.